Big Ray's Wrestling Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Mark of the Master, the Man of the Planet, Big Ray, here to stay to talk Monday Night Raw 4/4/2016 today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking Raw here at OneWrestling.com, and I am not by myself. Oh no, I am joined by the professor of professional wrestling. You know him as PROFPW Hustle on Twitter, and of course, one of the evil cohorts of Billy Ray Valentine and A-Track Brown over at the PW Hustle. I am talking about my main man, the Professor Anthony Quintana. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Slamites? How is everybody doing? It has been a great WrestleMania weekend, I must say.
It has been an amazing WrestleMania weekend. Now, I want to give a couple of shout-outs. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, again, you know, guys, I haven't been doing so well, but I've been getting better and better, so I just want to thank you. Thank you for all the love. And I'm going to give a special shout-out, a very, very special shout-out to my BKB. You know who you are. Your hashtag MM is always on call. You know what I'm talking about. So, that's to you. So now, we're going to move forward, ladies and gentlemen, and I wasn't really, I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to do the whole Talking Raw because there's been so much with WrestleMania and everything like that. And Billy Ray Valentine's been really working hard, and you guys have been working hard here at OneWrestling.com. But this is an important Raw because a lot of things happen in this Raw. Would you agree?
It's been an eventful 72 hours, you could say, starting at Friday on NXT TakeOver. Then you got the Hall of Fame, you got WrestleMania, and then the Raw after Mania, which is, it starts the whole new season as per se over with WWE in terms of new storylines and new directions.
Absolutely. Now, look, we start the show off. We have Vince McMahon who comes out to the stage basically gloating. Vince McMahon, he won. Shane McMahon, what he did was absurd. Jumping off the top of the freaking... Let me tell you something really quickly. One of the very few times, Professor, that I sat down, and when he did the sign of the cross, I was like, I did the same thing. Was it just me?
Oh, man, I did it too, man. I was like, why does he have to do this? But you know what? He loves the fans. He has that passion. You could tell that. You could tell Shane McMahon always has the passion for the business to entertain the fans, and he did it with that move. Absolutely.
But now, look, it's the night after. Shane McMahon limps out to the stage, and the guy just comes out, and he just tells everyone. And listen, I think those tears were legit. I mean, the guy comes out, he's like, thank you. And you could tell that he's emotionally vested in this. I mean, do you agree?
Well, you know what? He is a McMahon, so you know what? It's in his genes to, act really good and act like he's crying and caring. So, you know what? I'm going to go 50-50. I'm on the men on that.
Not every McMahon can act. I mean, when Linda was sitting in that wheelchair, it wasn't very believable. Let's be real.
I believed it. I can't believe you said that.
Oh, goodness gracious.
When Linda McMahon was on that wheelchair, I thought she was paralyzed. But then when she got up, that was a miracle.
Listen,
it was a sign of God.
Listen, let's be real. Let's be totally real. I wasn't happy. Now, all right. Now I know that the WWE Universe originally wanted Shane McMahon to run Monday Night Raw, right? So what the hell was the purpose? I want you to explain this to the fans out there because I don't get it. What was the purpose of having Shane McMahon go through this living hell at WrestleMania, face The Undertaker, and it was a lose-lose situation. Shane McMahon loses, he doesn't control Raw. The Undertaker loses, goodbye Undertaker. So it was a lose-lose situation. We go through all this emotional crap. This guy almost kills himself coming off the damn freaking Hell in a Cell. And then Vince goes, you know what? No one upstages me. You're going to run Raw tonight. What the hell was that about?
Well, you know what? The best way to answer that is like, have you been watching Raw for the last 20 years? Do you know Vince McMahon's mind works in mysterious ways? He enjoyed, let's just say in layman's terms, in wrestling terms, he enjoyed Shane McMahon getting his ass whipped by the Undertaker. He enjoyed him jumping 20 feet and hitting nothing but the German announce table.
Look at camera, buddy. It's frozen.
And
We're back.
he enjoyed, and he's gonna enjoy Shane McMahon falling flat on his face with a unsuccessful running the Raw. That's what it is. That's what it is, basically.
All right, but all right, unsuccessful running the Raw. I mean, Vince McMahon did leave. I mean, we're gonna go through Monday Night Raw. We're gonna go through what's happened, but what I'm asking you is, why the hell, after all that he went through all of this, to just give it to him? Like, what sense does that make booking wise?
Oh, I really don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people said this on Twitter. Like, it made no sense. Why did you book it that way? It just doesn't make sense. I even agree with it too. But you know what? I think because you could tell that Shane McMahon and Undertaker were fighting, it was rushed. Let's be honest. It was rushed. I don't think. Well, we all know that Shane McMahon was not the planned opponent for the Undertaker, so they made do with what they had to do. And now it's almost like, forget history, forget everything. Let's start clean slate.
I mean, originally it was supposed to be John Cena. Am I correct?
Yes, it was supposed to be John Cena.
Originally it was supposed to be John. All right, so it's neither here nor there. So now basically, Shane McMahon is running Raw. Now, what I don't think they made clear, and I think a lot of the fans may be a little confused, Shane McMahon is not running Raw from here on out. He's just running Raw for this one-time deal. Am I correct, Professor?
Well, Vince McMahon said this was a temporary basis. So how do we define temporary? A couple of weeks until the next pay-per-view? I really don't know.
Right. So, I mean, listen, let's be real. It'll be great to see Shane McMahon every single week running the program. But
wait, Ray. I still have a question.
Go ahead.
Where's the lockbox? Who has the lockbox?
Oh, the lockbox, it's already done. It's gone. If you notice, whatever envelope was in that lockbox, Vince McMahon took it and put it in his dinner jacket. It's over.
Oh, okay.
All right, so
at least that was answered. So.
This was probably a picture of him and Trish Stratus, like in some like mud or something, naked, doing horrible things to.
So why hide that? I think Vince McMahon should just show that off to the world.
I wouldn't hide it. I'll be honest with you. But anyway, all right. So let's jump into we jump into a match that I really didn't give a damn about. The Dudley Boyz versus the Usos. Finally, the Dudley Boyz. Well, WrestleMania was screwed up. Nobody wanted to see the Usos put the Dudleys through the table. Well, now this time around, the Dudleys technically put the Usos through the table. But what was really funny was at the end of the match, Bully Ray, even though he was in character, he gave it to whoever the hell was supposed to ring that damn bell. Because that idiot, why don't you give the rules to a tables match, Professor?
The correct rules for a tables match is a person has to drive someone through the table physically themselves. Not someone falling and missing it. But you know what? WWE's always created new rules as we go. But you know what? Bubba Ray got it right. You got to do it the right way.
Bubba Ray, I almost call him Bully Ray. Bubba Ray, you idiot! Now ring the bell. Now we won the match. He was right. They rang the damn bell when the freaking Usos jumped through the tables. It was one of the more stupid things I've ever seen. But you know what? All in all, it was what it was. I hope this stupid feud is over. Your opinion on this before we move on?
You know what? I think a lot of people want the Dudley Boyz to break away. They want Bubba Ray to, do that Bully Ray character that he had in TNA and bring it on Monday Night Raw. But you know what? WWE brass does not want that. I guess they just want them as the Dudley Boyz, and the Dudley Boyz have a lot of tag teams to make over. Hence why we had a debut tag team coming out after the Dudley Boyz match.
We actually did have a debut, and just give it a little click on your camera, and we had Mr. My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. Let me tell you something. And don't forget Cass, who's 7 feet tall, and you can't
teach that either.
Now, dude, this guy, freaking Enzo Amore, is one of the best on the mic I have heard in years. When he was so quick making jokes like saying that when Devon cries, the tears run away from his face because it's, oh my god. And then when he says the whole thing about fixing the lazy eye, yo, give me your impression on this debut for these two powerhouses, man.
Well, first of all, that was the loudest pop of the night.
Ooh.
So, Enzo and Kaz are over. I mean, if you watch NXT, you know why they are over. They're just so energetic, and they just have a presence, as a tag team. So, the crowd was hyped. They were eating it all up, and spelling SAWFT, soft.
Oh
So
yeah.
it was a great thing. So, and you know what? You could see the writing on the wall. Bubba Ray, Devon against Enzo and Kaz. It's going to happen, probably by Payback. So I can't wait for that.
So again, I'm very happy. Give a little click to your camera. I'm very happy that this feud is potentially over. Finally, between the Usos. I hope it's not no three-way match. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize. We're having a little trouble with Skype if the cameras click and pop and shrink and all that stuff. Don't worry about it. It's more about the content. But anyway, so now we got the Dudley Boys versus, hopefully down the line, Enzo Amore and Big Cass in their Raw debut. One of the best Raw debuts I remember for any tag team. Now let's really quickly, because I want to spend a little time with these guys. Let's break down this tag team. You have Enzo Amore, who is more or less the workhorse of this tag team. He is the technical part of this tag team. He's not only he's excellent in the ring. The guy's a genius on the mic, and then you got the giant guy in Cass. Eventually, I always felt, when you have a tag team like this, they're going to eventually split apart down the road, a la HBK and Diesel. Your opinion?
I think WWE has an eye on Cass
So do
because
I.
he's 7 foot. And he has that look. He has that presence. But you know what? Enzo is the mouthpiece. They just go hand in hand together. And you know what? They didn't get the NXT Tag Team titles. So you know what? I hope that WWE does them justice and gives them the WWE Tag Team titles. That's just my opinion.
I agree, and I think it's going to happen. I think these guys are going to be tag team champions, and they're going to be tag team champions soon. It took them a while to wait. Did they win the NXT titles?
No. They came close like twice against the Revival, but they came up short.
They did. They never won the NXT championship. So
No.
interesting. All right, so let's move on to another match. Again, I want to hear your opinion, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your commentary at OneWrestling.com or YouTube /OneWrestling Video. Hit us up on Twitter at OneWrestling. Tweet me directly at Big Ray Show or the Professor. Why don't you tell them what you think at PROFPW Hustle. Now, let's jump into the Baron Corbin Dolph Ziggler match. Baron Corbin. I was just on the phone with one of my sources that I use here at OneWrestling.com. Let's just put it like that. And I got to be honest with you. We just talked about how Baron Corbin wrestles like he has a damn sense of entitlement in that ring. He doesn't impress me. Again, this is my opinion, my solid opinion. The guy is okay in the ring. He's got an okay look. I just don't feel, that the guy's put in enough work to have that sense of entitlement. He wrestles, again, with a sense like you owe me. I mean, what's your opinion on Baron Corbin and this unimpressive debut, in my opinion, where it was like a double disqualification or a double count out, and then Baron Corbin talks about the end of days and hits Dolph Ziggler with the end of days outside the ring. I wasn't really impressed, dude, and I haven't been impressed. What do you think?
You know what? A lot of Slamites might disagree with me, but you know what? I'm getting impressed with Baron Corbin every day. I mean, he has improved a lot, and I've seen him a lot on NXT. He's improved his confidence talking on the mic. He's improved, match by match by engaging the crowd. And you know what? You just have to win over the crowd like that. I mean, he was a little bit like subpar in that realm. But you know what? He's getting the confidence within himself. And you know what? He's a good heel. This is the way that people want, well, I don't want to change the subject a little bit. This is the way that people want Roman Reigns to kind of like engage the crowd. Baron Corbin is the perfect man who's doing that. And you know what? When he came out for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I looked at him, I said, this dude's going to win. I'm not going to be surprised if he doesn't win. So they made a great showing for him to be debuting at WrestleMania. And now they make a great impact, no pun intended, but to go against Dolph Ziggler and just have a great showing. and he had a good dance partner in Dolph Ziggler. He's a great worker. So, you know what? I think it was a great debut. There's a lot of potential there. I understand your concerns with Baron Corbin. And if people saw the breaking ground, he comes off as a bit of,
Loner,
arrogant,
jerk,
cocky. Yeah, he comes
prick,
off as
maybe.
all that.
Yeah.
But you know what? If things have come to him that easy in life, would it,
Wait,
anybody's going to act like that.
but whoa, 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 whoa,
Anybody's
whoa.
going to act like
I
that.
sound like the Rock. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, in all seriousness, that's the thing. It's not that easy. I see what he does in the ring, and I'm not overly impressed. There's nothing that I see that I'm impressed by. I mean, I've spoken to some people that have been in-ring competitors for well over a decade who are not impressed with this guy and think he's an absolute piece of crap. But again, listen, I'm not
He's
here.
not a good. He's not a good leader. I can say that he can't lead the dance, but but I think he's, little by little, you'll see how he can listen in that ring and just, let the other wrestlers carry him and make it a great match. You'll see.
You know what? I'm going to give the guy the
It's a
benefit
work in progress.
I'm going to give the guy a benefit of the doubt. He's a young talent. I mean, he's got to put some time in. He's got to lose some matches before he, goes over or puts himself over the way I think he thinks he's that great. If that makes any sense, I don't think he's that great.
And also he needs hair implants, man. He keeps losing hair. I don't know.
Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Is he
I mean, he looks like he's 28 and he's losing hair. I don't know what's going on.
He could do the Bill After comb over. Anybody? No, no. That's nobody has a comb over like Bill After. Speaking about Bill After, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to buy your copy of Is Wrestling Fixed? I Didn't Know It Was Broken. Buy it at your local bookstores or at Amazon.com. Hope this book doesn't fall. It's actually one hell of a book. It's awesome. When I was in the hospital for over a month, I read pretty much the whole thing. But anyway, so let's move on really quickly. We got Sasha Banks defeating Summer Rae. Sasha Banks, man, I really wanted her to win that women's, now no longer divas, but the women's championship. Yeah, it was a decent match. It was what it was. But let's talk a little bit about Sasha Banks real quick and her future. Where do you see her going down the line in this WWE year? Because I know Bayley's going to be coming up really soon. That's somebody who's going to look to they're going to strap that title on. Becky Lynch has absolutely made a name for herself. There's a bunch of really good divas out. I'm sorry, women wrestlers, ladies out there. Hey, what about Natty Neidhart? We're going to talk about that a little down the road. What's your opinion on Sasha Banks, dude?
She's going to be leading this ladies division very, very soon. She's going to have a run with that title. I think, you know what? She's going to have a great feud with Charlotte. It's going to carry over until SummerSlam. I can understand why WWE didn't want to have Sasha Banks winning the title in a triple threat situation. I think they want to save it for maybe the Barclays Center where she could celebrate in front of 10,000, 13,000 screaming fans in Brooklyn. Give Charlotte a little bit of a more heelish run, defeating good competitors like Natalia, like you're talking about, maybe Naomi down the road, maybe Tamina Snuka, and keep establishing that heel role. But Sasha Banks is the leader of that women's division. It's bar none. Until maybe people like Bayley and Asuka come up from the NXT ranks. But Sasha's the woman.
All right, so let me ask you a question now. Bayley. You got Bayley coming up really, really soon. So do you see, like right now, what do you see? Do you see Bayley as the future of that women's division, or do you see Sasha Banks as? Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. Bayley is the freaking real deal. She may not have the physical, facial looks and borderline. Let me tell you something. Bayley's not an ugly woman. She's okay to look at, man. She's got a nice body on her, and that woman could really, really, really work in that ring. So Bayley comes up. Would you make Bayley?
I don't mean to cut in front of you. I think you could have two leaders. I think Bayley is for the little girls, the little kids.
Okay.
She's that homegrown hero, you could say. She's that role model that all the kids can look up to.
She's John Cena.
Kind of, yeah, Mrs. John Cena. And Sasha is like The Rock. If I can put it in comparison, just the swagger, the confidence, all that stuff roll into one. She has that movie star personality. She might not have the movie star looks, as you're trying to say with Sasha Banks. She has a little bit of physical features that, a lot of people might not find attractive, but the professor finds her very,
Hey,
very
let me tell you something. Once I saw her in tights, like legit, like just everyday yoga pants, I understood why everybody likes Sasha Banks.
She's legit.
Oh, wow. In more ways. Anyway, you know what I would do? You're going to think I'm crazy. Everybody's going to think I'm crazy when I say this, and I want to hear your opinion. I would I would bring Bailey up as a baby face and turn her heel with the same gimmick and just have her hug everybody. Have her do the
Ooh.
whole "Hey Bailey, yay" with the freaking what are those stupid things that wave all in front of a car dealership? What do you call those big floppy arm? Anyway, you have to go to Family Guy and they break down the name of the damn thing. But I would turn Bailey heel. I would have Bailey lose it. Just be like a psychopath, like a nut job. Again, that's my opinion. What do you think?
A psycho hugger? I don't know.
Yeah, like a serial hugger, something crazy. Because you see, that goody two shoe character can only go so far in the land of the WWE. It's just the way it is. Happened with John Cena. Happened with freaking Hulk Hogan. It's gonna happen with Bailey. So eventually, I think you're gonna have to turn into a bad guy. I mean, look what's happening with Roman Reigns. We're gonna get into that down the road this show, but I don't know, man. I mean, I honestly do see Sasha Banks as the leader of this women's division going forward, and I'm interested to see where they're gonna go. And don't forget, man, Asuka, she ain't gonna be down in NXT too long, brother.
There's a healthy balance in the women's division right now, even with the ladies in NXT coming up soon. So there is room for Bailey. There's room for Sasha. There's room for Charlotte. I mean, this ladies division is so balanced and so stacked. If you really look competitive-wise, athleticism-wise, everything is very balanced. And don't forget, there's all red everything in the background who could be a future ladies champion. The professor's going to call that.
All right, very cool. And who are we talking about?
Eva Marie,
Oh,
one of the
God.
best wrestlers that WWE has.
Let me tell you something. I actually forgot about her. She is disgusting.
No, I blame that on your diverticulitis, but I
No.
will remind you about Eva Marie.
No,
Don't worry about it.
Eva Marie is the worst in-ring competitor I have ever seen, and that's saying a lot. I've seen a lot of really bad wrestlers in the ring. Right now we got Lana. I think Lana is a step ahead.
Oh, wow.
Yep, that's how I feel. And she I don't think she's that attractive. I think she looks weird. I think she looks like somebody's brother.
Ulana?
No, I'm talking about Eva Marie.
I don't know. I see beauty in Eva Marie. I don't know. Maybe it's the red hair. All red everything.
It's
I
not
hope it matches
red.
everywhere.
That's not natural. Anyway, let's move on. Listen, we have another debut. We had Apollo Crews debuting versus Prince Pretty, who's become the official jobber of the WWE. Apollo Crews does what Apollo Crews does. Backstage with Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon gave him the shot. It's pretty cool. I honestly don't see. I know. Bill Skyler said this guy would be the first black world heavyweight champion. I don't really see it. I think he's Intercontinental champion at best. What's your opinion?
I tweeted this out during Raw after Mania. A lot of people might not have agreed with me, but I said it was a lackluster debut for Apollo Crews.
Agreed.
I think he has everything in the ring. He has good in-ring skills, but you know what? He's very generic. He has no depth, no character. I don't know why they brought him up.
No character. You nailed it. You freaking right on the head, man. You nailed it. No character. He comes out there smiling. Again, it's another case where this guy's gonna eventually get booed out of the building for being too much of a nice guy.
No, I don't think he's gonna get booed out of the building. I just think people won't care.
That's even worse.
That's worse.
That's even worse. And that finisher that they gave him sucks. I like the gorilla press into the shooting star whatever that back flipping shooting star press, whatever the hell he does, almost like a moonsault, standing moonsault. I like that. That should be his finisher. That whatever that spinning power bomb, that bad Batista bomb, or whatever the hell he does is horrible. It's stupid. It doesn't work for me. Your opinion?
You know what? I think he's got a lot of moves in his arsenal. So we haven't seen the best of Apollo Crews yet. So probably there might be another move. He's hiding to use at a certain time, but that time is coming because he needs to do something to really make an impact. I feel sorry for Apollo Crews because you know what? I wish Slick was a younger age so he can manage him. I think the Doctor Style Slick would have been a perfect manager for Apollo Crews in the WWE times.
Absolutely. Apollo Crews, again, another guy who I think they're going to have to eventually see. With these characters that have no depth, you got to turn them heel. This is the way I think. You got to turn them heel because This whole garbage of coming out smiling, high-fiving, and kissing babies just doesn't work nowadays. People don't want to see that. People don't want to watch Apollo Crews come down the aisle and just slap hands with everybody and their grandmother. They want to see somebody come down and kill somebody, basically. And Apollo Crews, for me, you said it, lackluster debut, wasn't very happy. But something I'm happy about and almost a little really confused about, the Wyatt family. What the hell's going on with these guys? I mean, are they baby faces? Are they good? Are they bad? I mean, they come out and they attack the League of Nations. What's going on with these guys?
You know what? I look at the Wyatt family, and a lot of fans might be confused, but the Wyatt family beats to its own drum. It's not about they should attack anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a babyface or you're a heel. You're in their way. Whatever you represent, either of excess, of success, or just in their way to get to what they need, that's it. You're an obstacle. And so the League of Nations has been saying they're the most dominant group, the most dominant group in the WWE. They beat everybody. They kicked out King Barrett. And now you have the Wyatt family saying, and the Wyatt family comes out really trying to give him a reality check. That's the way I'll put it. They gave him the League of Nations a reality check.
And they kick out King Barrett just in time for them to get their asses kicked. Isn't that wonderful? After they actually lose the tag team title match to New Day Rocks. New Day Rocks.
Day Rocks.
Day Rocks.
Did you buy your Bootios yet?
Let me tell you something. I went on WWE.com. I am going to buy Bootios, but I actually thought it was real cereal. There was no cereal in that box.
No?
No, it's just a freaking commemorative box.
I wanted it.
Why is not WWE? Listen, WWE. Call General Mills, call Kellogg's, make a deal, and get Bootios on my freaking shelf in my Pathmark, in my Rite Aid, in my freaking wherever you buy your damn cereal. I want Bootios, Professor.
I'm sure New Day would want a check of that too. Give them 10% of the Bootios all across the supermarkets. That would work. But anyway, with the League of Nations, you know what? I'm just concerned with them. You have three good guys now, officially three good guys. I still like Sheamus, I like Rusev, and I like Alberto Del Rio. And now I hope they don't become jobbers to the Wyatt families. This is a great opportunity for the League of Nations to get over because of the Wyatt family, just to get that the rub from them. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much.
Well, listen, I did hear the chant of Bobby Roode. Do you think that's possible? Do you think he joins the League of Nations? And would he be? I think he'd be an excellent fit.
Do you want to bury him that quickly?
Why bury? I mean, seriously, Bobby Roode, I think is a huge step up from freaking Wade Barrett.
It's not about it's not about who he is. It's what the group represents. Nobody cares about the League of Nations right now. That's why the League of Nations is interacting with the Wyatt family, because they get over every night. So they're trying to get the rub from the Wyatt family.
Speaking about getting over every night, every freaking night, from the Hall of Fame to Click a Camera, from Hall of Fame to WrestleMania to Monday Night Raw, all I kept seeing is that the face of OK Fabe on our screens. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah, I saw him. I saw Heel Steven. They were dancing to the Freebird song.
What is the young man
saw
from
the Big Slam song?
Show?
And Matt from In the Rope Show. Shout out to him too. I saw them everywhere.
I can't do it. Can you do that? How does he do that thing?
Oh, I can't do it.
He screams. How does he keeps that In the Rope Show? I can't do it. But he's got
a good set of lungs.
He's got a great young set of lungs, and the kid was drinking from the moment he woke up to the day he walked out. Apparently, these guys have been recording. Anyway, listen, you got three factions here going. You got the New Day, which is the best faction in WWE right now. I think they should add a fourth member, and I know it didn't work out before, but hear me out. I think Mark Henry will be amazing in this faction. I think Mark Henry will be freaking fantastic in this faction. WWE, listen. I think Mark Henry, especially a guy who's on his way out, it'll be a nice way of kind of giving him a nice little run. I think it would work. I think they kind of tested the waters. Your opinion?
But now I understand why you say Mark Henry, even though he just debuted, and we just said it was lackluster. Apollo Crews would be perfect for the New Jay because it shields him from not talking. He could smile all he wants. All he has to do is shake his butt and just say New Day rocks.
But can he do the?
Yes, he can.
You sure? I mean, this is not easy. This is the Kofi Kingston. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's cool to see the your WWE World Tag Team Champions in the ring every single week. Those guys.
Ray, can you warn me before you jiggle like that so I can turn away so I don't look at
you really want me to start moving? The WWE. All right. Anyway, listen, dude, I'm like all cut up, dude. So that wasn't really easy. I do anything for you guys out there, and right now my insides have opened up again after the two surgeries. Anyway, so League of Nations, New Day, and what are these other guys?
the Wyatts.
And the Wyatts. You got 3 really good factions. Who else is out there right now? Anybody else?
Just them right now.
Just them right now. I like where the WWE is going with this. Again, I have my opinions. I want to hear what the fans out there think. Listen, let's move on. Let's move on to something that really pissed me off. Professor, what do you think really pissed me off?
I would say the coronation or just the entrance of the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns.
Nope, not going there yet. You know what I'm talking
no?
about? No. You know what pissed me off? You have a guy in Zack Ryder. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, that. Whoa.
Know it. They give this guy an amazing WrestleMania moment. The guy has worked his tail off for the last 10 years in this company. He basically put WWE on YouTube's map. Let's really think about this. There was no YouTube for WWE or anything like that. He's the one that brought WWE into social media. He is the internet champion. He is Long Island IZ. I mean, let's be real. I mean, the guy really put in a lot of work for WWE, and then, in my opinion, he kind of got kicked to the curb when WWE got over on YouTube. So the guy's been a jobber for the last couple of years. Finally putting in a hell of a performance at WrestleMania, and then the very next day, I love The Miz. And it was cool to see Maurice, his wife, come out and they're interacting with Zack Ryder's dad and all this other garbage. He hits the Zack Ryder after Maurice goes and slaps Zack Ryder's dad out in front of the ring with the skull crushing finale. And the Miz is your Intercontinental Champion again, number 5-time Intercontinental Champion. But I just feel like it sucks, man. I mean, what's your opinion on this whole fiasco?
I'm not as upset as you are with Zack Ryder only being a 24-hour champion because of what he said after he celebrated winning the Intercontinental title. Well, I'm paraphrasing, but basically he said, I had my WrestleMania moment, and if this title reign lasts for a day, I'm still happy. I can retire a happy man knowing that I have my WrestleMania moment. So that was basically all it was. So any pundits could say, they were doing like you had a bet going on Twitter saying, how long is Zack Ryder going to hold on to this title? And people was like, 24 hours tops. So you had to expect that Zack Ryder was going to lose this title very, very quickly. I thought he was going to lose by the next pay-per-view and give him a little bit, maybe a couple of weeks, but they chose a day.
But
so
why?
he got his moment.
Why?
That's all he needed.
But why take the belt off of this dude right now, man? The guy's obviously over. He's still over with the fans. He's the underdog. The guy looks fantastic. He's got a cool new beard. He's got new gear. He's got a new girlfriend in Emma, who's freaking hot as hell. I mean, damn it, man. Like, why do they do this all the time? Is it just me? Do I sound like a crybaby?
Well, you know what? I just think that maybe, well, in my opinion, this is all speculation. He did substitute for Neville. Maybe Neville was the one that was going to win the Intercontinental title, and maybe was going to have a run with it. I don't know. That's just my speculation. But maybe the wrong person won it in WWE's eyes because they had plans for somebody else.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm just really not happy with it. I want to hear what you guys really think. Seriously, leave your comments below here. This video. I'm really interested to see what you guys think about this whole, in my opinion, fiasco. Letting this guy who's been busting his hump for the last 10 years just lose the title right away. I would have loved to see what Zack Ryder could have done with the belt. I mean, the guy got a huge pop at Monday Night Raw. Anyway, my opinion. I want to know what your opinion is. We move on. We have two more little segments here. We have Charlotte, who's basically in the ring with Ric Flair and the rest of the women's competitors. And basically they all walk out on her after she's putting everybody over, but then little by little she goes Flair, and they all walk out on her except for one person. She comes back in the ring as Natty Neidhart, and so it's basically going to end up being a genetics versus genetics. It's going to be Flair genetics versus Hart genetics. Your opinion?
You know what? They had a great match at Roadblock. They've had great matches at NXT. So you know what? I won't be surprised if maybe Bret Hart is going to be in this. Is going to be at a future Raw or maybe future pay-per-view. That's just my opinion. I think you should utilize the fathers in the corners.
Do you think there is any chance that they actually put the title on Natty?
No.
I don't think so either.
I just see her giving Charlotte more of a legacy, just carry on with that women's title.
You know what sucks? Natty should have been champion at least 10 times. Not 10 times, but she should have been at least 5-time champ.
I agree.
Natty's the best. I think Natty is the best on the roster. I don't care what anybody says. Sasha Banks, give me anybody on that roster. Maybe not the top three.
She's one of the best gifted wrestlers in WWE women's division, bar none.
Easily. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not gonna say in order, but your top 5 women. You got Natty, you got Sasha Banks, you got Charlotte Flair, you got Paige, and you got what's her face. I'm missing one more, and you got Becky Lynch. Absolutely. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. Little Miss This girl's the real deal now. She's coming with that help.
Emma's underrated. Yes, Emma is very underrated.
Why don't you tell the fans a little bit about Emma?
If anybody who hasn't seen NXT, you gotta subscribe to the WWE Network just for NXT, because you missed the evolution in NXT, because what you saw the first time over in WWE was really an insult.
It was ridiculous.
This was an insult. But when you saw her in NXT, you saw her with the athleticism. You saw her in NXT with a mean streak. She had some great matches with Bayley. She had great matches with Asuka. So you know what? I'm glad that she's back up on the main roster. She gets a second chance. I expect great matches against her and Becky Lynch and her and Sasha Banks. Agreed. She's a very underrated wrestler with a lot of potential.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. But I think it's going to be a good match, man. And I agree with you. They're not putting the belt on Natty. If they do, kudos. But I think, who do you think the next person they're going to put that belt on? It's got to be Sasha Banks, right?
Yeah, I think Sasha Banks is next in line, no matter what. I think it's going.
You think?
Yes.
So this is a transitional match going into, what's the next pay-per-view?
Payback.
So Payback and then SummerSlam. Am I correct?
Well, a Payback, and then there's a couple of other pay-per-views along the way, but you just got to build that storyline for a one-on-one feud. And you could build a few for Sasha chasing that belt, getting so close, and then maybe a last chance at SummerSlam, and that could be the biggest payoff she could get.
All right, very cool. Now listen, we're going to go backwards now. Earlier during the night, we had Roman Reigns, who came out like he didn't give a damn about what the fans were thinking. He came out with that little swagger, which is something he should have did a long, long time ago. Click your camera. Should have did a long, long time ago. But now we get the Roman Reigns, but maybe too late. Roman Reigns comes out. Hey, it's me, Roman Reigns. I don't care about nothing. You guys can boo me. I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. Too cool for school. Shut up. Which is stupid promos. This guy comes to the ring, cuts a promo. Nobody cares. Booed out of the building. But then, he's basically saying, anybody want a piece of this? Anybody want some of this? Come get this. Or whatever the hell he says. Dude, Chris Jericho, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn come to the ring. And they challenge, the champion for that title. They all go crazy, beating each other up. Apparently, Sami Zayn gets hurt. Now, listen, break kayfabe right now, guys. Sami Zayn's okay. I believe this was part of the storyline because during the match, it was a fatal four-way match for the #1 contendership match. Chris Jericho comes to the ring, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens. It's supposed to be Sami Zayn, but no.
The Superman is back.
What did you think when he came out in that rip-away suit?
You know what? He got a great pop from the fans. The only thing that upset me because I thought Cesaro would have came for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and made the Professor's lock pick for WrestleMania. But that's another story for another day. But you know what? I was happy that Cesaro's healthy. He's back, and you know what? He's an upper mid Carter and main event status man. So you know what? I'm glad that he's back, and you know he made his presence felt in that fatal four-way. It was a great match.
All right, I agree. Listen, man, this was one hell of a match. This was a really good match. I'm going to tell you something, man. Monday Night Raw was better than WrestleMania, in my opinion. What do you think?
I think, you know what? WrestleMania and Monday Night Raw served its purposes. They were both entertaining nights, in my opinion. So, you know what? I guess I judge it a little bit differently than a lot of people. So I was very satisfied with it.
Yeah, but it was kind of like WrestleMania was setting up for Monday Night Raw. I don't think it makes any sense. Like it was set, like WrestleMania was just setting up for the new year. I don't know. It was just weird. But listen.
Well, you know what? In essence, they did what they had to do with the limited roster spots that they had with a lot of injuries. So you know what? They did a lot of reboots. They did a lot of substitutions. And you know what? You got the best that you could get when it was Triple H and Roman Reigns and so on and so forth. You didn't have John Cena. You didn't have Seth Rollins. You didn't have Randy Orton.
Well, listen. Tonight, John Cena was supposed to be there. Wasn't there. Brock Lesnar was booked to be there. Wasn't there. I mean, there was a bunch of people that were supposed to be on that. What happened to Dean Ambrose? Nobody showed up at this Monday Night Raw. But I still think this was a very, very solid Raw, and this was an amazing freaking match where Chris Jericho ends up alone in the ring with AJ Styles. And would you freaking believe it? AJ Styles hits the Styles Clash on Chris Jericho and becomes the #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight title. Looking in the audience, Professor, I seen people like that kid. Remember when the Undertaker streak was over? They were like, they couldn't believe it. Could you believe that the phenomenal one, where's my TNA World Heavyweight Champion is now your #1 contender? Do they put the belt on AJ Styles?
That's a tricky question right there. I think everything for me says no, they won't. But this is just for him to get the rub, that the main event push. That you know what, you can believe that AJ Styles is a top contender for the title. But you know what, he is a top contender because he's a former TNA champion. So you know what, he is a main event player in the making in the WWE. So no one has to worry about that. And on a side note, he did win with the Styles Clash. So a lot of people can now calm down because a lot of people were mad that Jericho kicked out of the Styles Clash at Mania. So now he got it. He got his revenge, you can say, on everybody that he won with the Styles Clash, in my opinion. So you know what, everybody calm down with the move thing. So it's okay. AJ Styles can win that title, but he's not going to win it. I'm sorry, he's not going to win it.
I still don't think they should have taken. I still don't think he should have lost clean to Chris Jericho in that pay-per-view. I don't care what anybody says, with all due respect, brother. But the fact is, click your camera. The fact is that with with AJ Styles becoming the #1 contender for the WWE World Heavyweight title, I'm not so locked in that they won't put the title on him. I'm being really honest with you. Even if it's for a really brief, short time, anything is possible.
I think Jericho might ruin AJ Styles' chances.
I think Jericho's gone,
and then set up that 5th and final match.
I think Jericho's done. I think that little feud, whatever they had, is done. It's over. I don't know, man. I really do believe that his time maybe now. I'm interested. It's got me interested, and I'm looking forward to seeing, like I've been calling for the last couple of months, finally the Roman Reigns heel turn. You don't see it coming?
I can see more of a tweener. I think, you know what? I will say this. If Roman Reigns remembers Kevin Nash of 1995, you draw a line in the sand and you say to the crowd, if you rock the Empire shirts, if you have the Roman Reigns signs, I ride with you. If you're not on my side, I don't care. You got to draw a line in the sand in the arenas. It creates a great atmosphere. And you know what? The professor is a member of the Roman Empire, and I'm going to battle everybody. I'm going to prove to everybody that Roman Reigns deserves it. He deserves the torch, and he deserves, the run that he's going to have.
Listen, I agree with you. I don't think all right. I'm all jokes aside. Roman Reigns absolutely does put in a lot of work. He works really hard, but I just don't think this character is going over with the WWE universe, with the wrestling fans, not the sport entertainment fans, the wrestling fans. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, listen. That was basically Raw, the Fallout show for WrestleMania. All in all, Professor, how do you like, and really quickly, how do you like the direction WWE seems to be going right now?
Well, you know what? You mentioned the people that weren't there. No Brock Lesnar, no
Right.
Dean Ambrose. We also didn't see no Carl Anderson and no Doc Gallows.
They're coming.
So where were they?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that. That Bullet Club is one of the main reasons, and I had it in my notes, that I think that AJ Styles is going to win that championship.
So it won't be the Balor Club. It will be AJ and then Machine Gun and then Doc Gallows. They're gonna do their Bullet Club or Bulletproof, whatever they want to call
I'm
it.
telling you, Finn Balor's Finn Balor. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that I have a feeling that the Bullet Club is going to come in and assist AJ Styles in winning that championship. I think it's going to happen.
And then what? And then what? They're gonna join the Authority.
I don't know if they're going to join anything. I just think they're going to be another dominating faction within the WWE that seems to be going that faction way. So I don't know. Again,
Anything's possible. You know what? What I like about it is there's so many scenarios that the WWE can go into. You know what? Possibilities are endless. The Wyatts, like you said, New Day. Now maybe the Bullet Club with AJ Styles. There's a lot of great scenarios there. And you know what? You can't forget the Triple H factor because you know what? He's got to get his revenge on Roman Reigns. I know people don't want to see that rematch, but you know what? Triple H has got to make Roman Reigns' days as champion, a very sour one.
no, absolutely. Listen, man. Again, this has been our review of Monday Night Raw. Not more or less a review, but more or less like our opinion on where we think the WWE is going with this product after WrestleMania, the biggest show of the entire year. Ladies and gentlemen, you can follow us on Twitter at One Wrestling. Follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Show. Follow the Professor at PROFPW Hustle. Follow Billy Ray Valentine. Now I have to look at his damn Twitter handle at OB. What is it? OB1 You Owe Me. You what?
No, OB1, you know me.
Know me. Oh, whatever. Very cool. I don't know why the hell you changed your Twitter handle, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to follow Fame Black at Fame Black, OKFabe at OKFabe. That's OKAYFABE. You got the show, Bill Schuyler at You Got the Show, and of course, Mr. Old School himself. You got the show, Bill Schuyler. I just said that, didn't I? The Pharaoh Fancy, A-Track Brown. Follow him on Twitter at Pharaoh Fancy, and of course, the legendary Bill After at After One Wrestling. You can also find us on Facebook at One Wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on Instagram at Big Ray Show. It's public now. I just made it public so everybody can see my ugly face. And listen, I'm really looking forward to seeing where we're going to go with this product. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year. Congratulations to Billy Ray Valentine. He is the winner of the Bill Apter Cup. You scumbag. You cheated. I hate you.
Yes, he did.
I respect you. I love you. I have so many mixed emotions. Again, ladies and gentlemen, another shout out to my BKB. Your MM is here for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I always say this every single time. I would do this for a living. But if I can't, I would do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. Don't forget to check out the Professor's Perspective on the PW Hustle YouTube channel. And don't forget, excuse me, the PW Hustle. Find us everywhere, man. Anywhere. It's one of the best freaking podcasts you will ever find. And find me every single Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with your host, Nick Hausman, on your WZ Daily. Yes, www.wrestlezone.com. Ladies and gentlemen, this is OneWrestling.com. In the words of the legendary Bill After, Professor, we'll see you
At the matches.
at the matches. Peace out, guys. Love you. Thanks for joining us. Leave your comments. Hit us up. Peace.